there's only three ways to make money in a business. Okay, they're all related to problems.
Yep.
But there's only a way to increase revenue in a business. There's three ways. I think we talked about this last
Okay.
podcast. But more people.
Yep.
More often.
Right.
More money. Okay. What do I mean by that? You get the people that's in your business already to pay more money than they did before.
Is that the last one? Or which one are you starting with?
I'm starting with the last one.
Okay.
So the last one, I'll start again, just for clarity. So more people.
Okay.
Okay. More often, more money. Now, the more people one, if we're creating a marketing campaign for a local business, say furniture shop or something, we have three options to develop that marketing plan. Are we going after
more people,
new people, more people, get more in the door?
Yep.
Okay. Number two, are we going after the people that do walk in the door? How often do they come in the door? Can we get them to come in more often? And then number three is, all right, how can we get the people that are in the door to spend more money than they would have
while they're there?
And so the first one costs the most because you're trying to, that's how you pierce the market with these different said problems, right?
Right.
But then when you go to more often, it's still a more problems solution. So you get them to come in more often. So for example, you point out, let's say they're getting a mattress, for example. You want them to buy something soon, but they probably are not going to buy a recliner and a mattress on the same visit.
Right.
Okay. So they buy the mattress, but you're talking about, if you train the salespeople to ask, is there anything else they've been thinking about replacing? And if they get recliner, then literally while they're there, while they're checking out, that salesperson should go and have a little gift card or a little special promo. Say, hey, thank you so much. I appreciate you coming in. I remember you saying that you want a recliner. What I'm going to do is I'm going to give you an extra 20% off any recliner here because you were such a great customer today. And so just bring this in any time between in the next year and it will be good. Well, furniture shops don't constantly get people coming in, right? So to get more often to show up, you have to create extra scenario to get them to come in.
Right.
Do you hear what I'm saying? So then, let me go and go to
okay,
can you hold it or do we need to?
No, go. Okay. I got it. So
no, you go ahead, go.
Okay, so I love that example. But to me, that feels salesy.
Okay.
Right? And it feels like you're just trying to get me to spend more money.
Okay.
But if you could get the salesperson to write that note and have it ready and delay it by a month or two and mail it to them.
That would work too.
Because the delight factor of getting unexpected mail, handwritten.
It's handwritten.
To that person. Especially if you can time it with an event. You know, if you know their birthday, something like that, whatever. And you can time it to that, it feels better.
Well, I think when you say it feels salesy, I think it depends on the delivery.
Yeah.
So for example, hey, you know what? We have so many of these that we can do every single month ourselves.
Yeah.
I just really enjoyed working with you guys. Yeah. And I heard you talking about how you like one. And so I'm going to write you one of my allotment today.
That's a different approach, and I agree that would work just as well. Right,
and I'm gonna give you one of my allotments. I only have so many a month, and let it be legit. Like you only have so many of these you can give away a month. And for your salespeople, and then that would give them, that would actually both address their problem and also make them feel very important. Yes, and that they're feeling bad if they don't come in and buy.
That is another spin on it, right? That's another spin on it.
Right. But no, I like your idea too. Right.
I mean, they would both work, right? Because your approach removes some of that. Like, if it feels like everybody gets one, then you lower how special it is.
For sure.
Now, if there's actually an allotment, now you've poked at some different psychological things, and to your point, now I feel more obligated to use it.
That's right.
right? So super powerful. So I think either works. I think you get a higher volume, maybe slightly lower quality if you do the handwritten ones that get mailed out, and there's a cost.
There's a cost. Yeah, there's a
I mean,
cost
obviously, there's a
incurred.
cost to both of them because you're writing it out and you have
But the writing
pamphlet.
out, especially for a larger purchase like furniture, that's not going to be like back to back, back to back, back to back.
Yeah.
That kind of handwritten thing could really make a difference.
Oh, of course.
By itself, not even offering a
Right.
deal.
Right.
Right.
Not even timed either way.
Exactly. Now going to the third one in, say, a furniture shop, for example.
And the handwritten thing, let me say, is super crazy, like powerful. So going back to the cremation thing, right?
Mm-hmm.
Our dog died. We took him, well, he got to the point where it was no longer viable. Like I thought that he would just pass away. I was hoping for that, but got to the point where he couldn't eat anymore. And so we took him to a place and they were super awesome. And I'm probably more prone to say they're super awesome because 2 days later, I don't know if there's a corporate office or whatever, handwritten note saying sorry for your loss delivered to our mailbox.
By the way,
great. Like I was like, what? I was like, are you serious right now?
That handwritten thing is so powerful that there are entire companies now popping up
that fake it
so they can mass have produce machines
that handwrite.
I think Benjamin Franklin actually produced a machine that did that.
Okay.
Where you could, back in the day, where you could trace a letter, and it had this contraption that had another pen over here, and so as you traced with no ink, this one over here had ink, and so it followed the exact pattern of the person, so you could duplicate particular letters, particular words, so you could find a collection of letters and then only copy the words that you wanted, and so you could completely fabricate a letter in the person's exact handwriting.
Yeah.
That's fascinating. But anyway, that they do. There's whole companies now that does that now.
Yeah.
Which is wild. And it will only get more with AI, because what will happen is they'll have all these different machines and they'll have personalized letters go out to people. It's going to be crazy. But anyway, most letters that you get like that right now probably are actually handwritten.
Yes.
But the third thing that I was talking about. And before I get into the third thing, I want to go back to that more often one, because in a restaurant, it's the most important thing ever. And so what we would do in the restaurant, I picked up from this bar rescue guy. Such a good idea. Someone comes in the restaurant and you train the servers, which is a thing in of itself. But you train the servers to ask them if it's their first time. If it's their first time, they're supposed to tell the manager. The manager comes in towards the end of the meal. How's everything at? Heard y'all was good. Really appreciate it. Da, 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 da. Oh man, I heard you didn't get any dessert tonight. Oh my gosh, I know you're too full, so it's too much. No worries. But you know what? Next time, man. Is there one of them that you thought about, or is there one that would be yours? And they're like, yeah, I mean that
this,
you know, that
chocolate.
The cheesecake explosion or something, right? It looked amazing. It's like, you know what? Tell you what, I want to do something special for you, and they get a business card. Okay, but I had 3 different color business cards. Okay. And so if it was, I don't remember, but if it was like green, it meant it was their first visit. If it was like red, it was their second. If it was like yellow, it was their third, or something like that. And so we would take the green one if it was first visit, and the back of the card handwrite free chocolate explosion or whatever, to these people, right? And so, thanks guys, and then initial it as a manager, hand it to them. Oh man, that's so sweet, thank you so much.
Right.
All right. So then the next time they come in, they say, hey, we got this green. So they're like, oh, thank you so much. And so they go get the thing, and then they.
As long as it doesn't jump on my nose, we're
gonna. Oh, is it a spider?
Yeah, it's a little jumping spider, so it's gonna be okay. We're gonna leave him be.
Okay. And so
anything.
Then when they come in with the green one, then everyone in the place knows
that's their second time.
That's their second visit.
Right.
So then you treat them like that, and then you talk to them and stuff, and then you do the same thing with an appetizer for their third, to bring back the third visit. Because if you can get someone to come into a third visit, the likelihood of them coming into a
Yep.
regular goes up to like 70%.
Yeah.
Otherwise, it's almost no chance that they're ever going to come back.
Yep.
And so that more often, because you already spent the money to get them there with marketing budget, you want to make the most of that as possible.
Oh yeah.
The most as you can possible. And giving away a free dessert or a free appetizer is the cheapest way. It's way cheaper than trying to get a new customer.
Than acquiring a new customer.
Right. And then what you've done in said thing is address the third thing, which is get them to spend more money.
Yeah.
Which is try to sell them an appetizer, try to sell them a dessert. Okay, if they don't do said thing, then give them a free one for their next visit, and then they'll get addicted to wanting it if it's a good product. And this goes the same thing if you go into a furniture store. How could you get someone to buy more? Well, you could have a maintenance plan. You could have a mattress covers.
Yep.
You could have an adjustable base. When we filled up an entire, during COVID, I was working with a furniture shop, and he was freaking out because how do you sell mattresses that people can't lay down on? I'm like, don't worry, we got it. And I was like, we got to address their problems, you know. So what are people's biggest things? Well, their biggest things are, the back pain. Okay, well, we're going to talk all about back pain. We're going to do this big sale and all this back pain and all this kind of stuff. And I said, why does people usually get adjustable beds? And he said, adjustable frames to make their bed come up. Where'd he go?
He's departing the mic right now. So he's no longer interested in the mic. Oh no, he scared him. Gotta let him be.
Sure did.
Let him be. He'll drop down here in a minute. It'll be okay.
All right. So what we did is we looked at this furniture shop,
Mm-hmm.
right? Like, okay, well, what could we sell after someone's agreed to buy the mattress? What is the main problem and reason that people?
Sorry, he's in my talking lane right now. So
what is the main reason why someone would buy an adjustable bed? He's like, a lot of people buy them because of acid reflux.
Not because of snoring, really.
It was acid reflux was what his answer was. Right?
Fascinating.
I was like, oh, fascinating. Because the doctor would tell them to sleep bent up. So you got the prescription from the doctor, so to speak, right? So I'm like, oh gosh, we got this.
That's a slam dunk.
Slam dunk. And it can actually help the people not be in pain, right? Because right now they're trying to pack up pillows and stuff, and it's not comfortable, right?
9 out of 10 doctors.
Yeah, right. So I'm like, okay, so what we do is we sell on through we create a marketing campaign, do an advertisement, do the whole thing, get them on the page, then they buy. But there's a problem in them buying the mattress. What if they're like, you're going to sell firm, you're going to sell like fluffy and soft, you're going to sell like a happy medium.
Mm-hmm.
So what we did is we spent the entire sales video getting people to think about whether they're a Goldilocks person, not too hard, not too soft, or just right. Whether they really like firmness, or whether they really like soft and fluffy. And then when they're debating on what kind of person they are, then we show them how valuable all the things in. We give them a free mattress pad, free delivery, free this, and cut the price, and they get the box springs for free, and all this kind of stuff. And then, so it's like $897 or something. So they're like, yes, but what if I pick the wrong one? No worries. We're gonna give you free 30-day free replacement. If you feel like it's too sharp, we can just swap it up. We'll come right back to your place. We'll swap it. Of course, that takes away all the pressure for that instantly. And then as soon as they put in that credit card information to schedule their delivery, and we only made them put in $100, because then what they could do is we would call them and take the full payment, or they could do it on credit, or we could give them 0 interest, same as cash.
Yeah.
So then so that was another thing. So they were reserving that product.
Yeah, they're basically just putting a hold on it.
Right. And then and so anyway, so then what would happen is that as soon as they would put that in, the next thing that would pop up would be like, hey, you got acid reflux? Because this adjustable bed frame will raise it up and down and no problem at all. And what that will do is normally it costs like this much, and we're going to cut that 50% in price since you can have it right now. Of course, we didn't get a huge amount, but we got like 20% of people doing it, right? Enough people to make a huge difference. And here's the deal. They're already spending the gas and the delivery charge to get to their house.
Yep.
They're already going to assemble and put things together. And we were going to give them a free box spring. But if we give them the adjustable bed, they don't need the box spring because it
So
serves as the box spring.
So
So
you're
so that
offsetting.
so you're offsetting the cost, which allows you to discount the price more than you would have normally to make it look more attractive. And so all that at every level and at every step, it was literally built by focusing on productizing, by focusing on the problems that was being solved.
So this is just a curiosity question.
Yeah.
Because I have no idea. Because I've never had an adjustable bed. Do all mattresses work on adjustable beds?
No, that was set up to begin with. We made sure that
The only ones you
the
were
only ones we were offering all worked with an adjustable bed.
Okay.
Okay, so they
But
were
I was
all
like,
they were
that
all
can't be-
memory foam based
Gotcha.
rather than spring based.
Okay.
Because that way they can
Yeah.
move. And then we had
which is my personal preference. I like memory foam, but I just didn't know.
And exactly, I like memory foam as well. We've had ours forever, and it's still great. But we also then had it where they could do a split California King for another upgrade if they wanted to, where both of them, which is two twins put together but long, and where both of them could individually go up and down.
That's good.
For the marriage.
That's good.
And so then we would take care of it on the back end, you know, and it's so cool. At creating offers like that. We did that with all kinds of different things, recliners and things. But the point here, it goes back to, and I did that in the restaurant business.
Yeah.
And I know you do it in the gym.
Yep.
Right.
Yep.
And it is. We did it with Fitness Angel, and we did it with Vince and Redline, and do it with literally like every business. It's like a simple concept. It's not always easy to execute, which is the reason why our whole business does what it does. Right. Like we build out those things for the people.
Right.
We get together with the people. We brainstorm, but we can't do that with everybody. And so that's the reason why I wanted to talk about this today, because I wanted people that did have businesses to actually start really thinking through how they could look at a product they already have.
Yep.
Particularly.
Oh yeah, or service.
A product or service they already have, and what different problems that product solves than what is they typically talk about.
Right.